fourth unifying theme of organisms today, and that is origins. This is my favorite part of teaching science in our school because I get to talk about where I believe it came from and what is the truth versus what is dictated by other people to believe. The word origins means beginning. So what does that mean? Beginnings. Okay, the origin or beginning of all things is under unifying theme. Scientists believe that all living organisms have a similar beginning, but they disagree on what the beginning was. Creationists believe that God created all life on Earth. Evolutionary scientists theorize that life began with a single living organism that slowly changed over time to give us the diversity we see today. Unlike earlier themes you have studied, scientists cannot study origins with repeatable experiments. Origins of life happened a long time ago when no humans were there to see it. For this reason, we say that the origin is part of the historical science. So this is historical science. Okay? Despite some scientists' efforts to use the scientific process to prove how life begins, we cannot recreate that exact moment. Scientists study fossils, earth samples, and literature to develop the theories and offer evidence to support their theories. But without eyewitnesses, we do not have solid scientific evidence of the origin of life. So, do they have proof of where it actually came from? There's no proof. And they can't recreate it. You can't create the moment God said, let there be light. You can't create that again. Other things in science you can recreate, like even birth of humans. You can do that again because you can see it right now, but you can never go back and see the beginning. That's why they call it historical science. That's why there's so many different opinions. There's no proof of any of it. Faith is proof, but that same principle applies to evolutionists. They have faith that we all evolved from an ape. Okay? There are two basic theories about all the origin of all life. One says that God created it. So, one, God created it. That's what we believe. That's what I teach. Okay? But as a educated person, you have to know what other people believe. So I'm not teaching you what they believe, but I'm informing you so that you have both sides. Does that make sense? Okay. One says that it was created by God. As described in Genesis 1 and 2, people have believed for thousands of years that this theory is supported by scientific evidence. Much more recently, another theory of origin of life has become very popular. Many scientists today believe that life came from non-living matter and then continued to evolve to what we observe around us today. So, number 2, evolution. Okay, there are various definitions of the term evolution. One defines evolution as a change over time. So this is change over time. Okay, as you already know, micro means small. So microevolution refers to small changes over time, like the size of a bird's beak or changing a little from generation to generation, or a flu virus changing a little from year to year. So those things, microevolution, they're real. They happen. Similar types of large changes would have been necessary to change a reptile to a bird. There are examples of microevolution in nature. The same cannot be said for macro or large. Macro means huge. So micro means small, like small changes. And macro means huge, like the Big Bang. Big. Oh, there's the Earth, right? Okay. There's a huge difference between microevolution and macroevolution. All scientists, including scientists, oh, sorry, I think that's where we're going to stop today, and then we'll finish it next week. Okay? So, we read 22 and 23, and I'll see you guys next week. Woo! We made it.